So playing a miss from Zazai. And Ivor Henry, when you're looking at the points table, we talked about one will play number 4. And we also talked about the fact that you don't want to be in that number 4 position. It looks like 2 and 3 might be the catchers and Yorkers. And we saw them play last night. Could we see a repeat in the semi-final?
That's how I have the matchup already from about day number 2, number 3. I said number 2 and number 3 is going to be the catchers and the Yorkers. They're just fighting for position. Oh, this one eluding the wicketkeeper down the leg side. Let's see what's going to be the call, what's going to be the signal.
Yeah, ball eluding Christopher Van Tull, and so the extras have begun for them.
So all of 3 runs there, 3 wides.
We saw during the course of the high rollers bowling innings, they gave up 19 extras, 17 wides in the process. And again, a play and a miss here from Fazal Rahman Zazai. So Fahim Baharami has run in and bowled. Apart from the wides, he's given up 7 so far. But a couple of balls, once he has kept the ball in line with the stumps legally, he has not gone for any at all.
Yeah, so 3 dots. He wants to finish good. He has 2 legal deliveries in which to do so.
Yeah, that's another good delivery. So once he doesn't stray down the leg side or the offside, he has been a handful here to Fazal Rahman Zazai.
Well, starting at 13 runs and over, it's begin to push upward, 13.55, and they're going to try to get this up to about 15 and 16 and squeeze the pressure on there. So what would separate the catchers and the New Yorkers? Maybe they net one weight.
Oh, chopped into the offside, pierces the gap, and that's 4 runs off the bat of Zazai.
And that's a good-looking shot. So he has scored on both sides of the wicket. First ball down the leg side, got a touch, and this time he's banging this one into the offside and gets another boundary. So he started well and ends well. So he goes on to 8, his personal tally. We look at this cut shot again. He's gave himself room and banged it into the offside. Pretty much knocked down there, but not enough. He was hit with some force. So even though we had rain, the field is still doing justice to the batters. Not been unkind to the batting at all. We saw a good century. Can't overemphasize that. In a 15-over match, Mark there pulled out the bow wows, 101 Dalmatian.
So Javon Seals, he's been given the ball, another experienced player out of the Caribbean. And there was one time Javon Seals was on the IPL circuit. I think he has played a few matches for KKR. A man who comes out of Barbados. 11 for no loss at the end of 1.
Well, this is franchise cricket. All of these folks were in the draft. Almost, what did Mark say? About 3,000 people put the name in the draft. It's a pity there's only 6 teams. So you have to understand that the US Open is well sought after.
Yeah, good start here from Javon Seals. Starts with a dot ball. And we know from ball 1, we've seen a magnificent century from Mark Dial. And we know from ball 1, it's going to be pressure here on the high rollers. Vegas high rollers, led by Faisal Iqbal. Tugged into the onside. Will only get a single. Dexter Sween strolls the stumps down, but I thought that the batters were home a long time.
Yeah, he made good his ground from our advantage point. Don't think the umpire is going to ask to recheck this. And again, we want to apologize for the glitch that's in the system. Nothing to do with the production crew that's here. So bear that in mind. So now and again there's stuck and scores are jumping here and jumping there. So we're gonna ask for your pardon, but Caribbean Global Voices is taking it to you on radio.
So ball pulled, and a lovely execution of a shot from Fazal Rahman Zazai. The first boundary, in fact, the third boundary of the innings, and that's a good shot.
Yeah, that was with some disdain, and he got into it. It was around the corner. He said, I'm going to sweep at this. I'm going to go hard. Fine leg was up in the circle, but he got past him and got there one bounce. So I have to say that's poor bowling. You want to defend, and you want to defend well. Celebration is over for now with this century and the 199 or 198 that was posted. Now it's time to...
Yeah, over the offside this time, and Zazai wastes no time at all. Realizing we talked about 13 plus is the required rate. So, oh my goodness, some sloppy work here, and talk about 4. Look, we've seen the second time batters ran 4 runs.
Yes, in the same match. They said lightning does not strike twice in the same place. I can see 4 all-run 4s in the same match. First time I'm seeing that. I've been around for a long time, Lenny.
So, an exact replica of what we saw between Mark Dial and Sachin Singh has just occurred here, as Zazai and Shubham Pote has run 4. They ran 2. They ran 2 conventionally, and then of course the overthrow allowed them to come back for 2 more.
All 1-4, but they're going to go in scorebook as a boundary, I can tell you that. But it's a good start here by the high rollers. Vegas, they're gambling. Now, Vegas is known for gambling. Have you ever been to Vegas, Lenny? I've been there, but I made a mistake to go there in July. It's as hot as they say hell is. Oh, I'm not going to hell. It's too hot, humid.
So ball played into the offside. And that will complete an over by Javan Seals. 2 gone is 20 without loss.
179 from 79 legal deliveries. That will take them to 199. There's no tomorrow. The clearance has started early. Get your Christmas shopping here, right here, in terms of runs. Clearance, rack, everything must go. I think it's going to be an exciting game. So a partnership of 198. In all of my years here, this is my 17th year, I can't remember a partnership of 198. Lenny, can you? Nope, they're not hearing you, Lenny.
Yeah, I made a point that where all the records are kept, it'll be hard to pull one out of the archives that tells you that in 17 years of U.S. Open, we have seen an opening stand partnership of 198?
Yes, 198.
198. Mark Dial, he joins the Centurion Club. And you've been keeping your eyes on the centuries, so you'll tell us who did what.
Yes, Hezbollah is in second place. We have his partner Suleiman. Yes, he's topped the chart. And we have Chima alongside what we saw here this evening. Mark Dial joined the crew.
So Christopher Barnwell comes into the attack. Shubham Pote can score.
Yeah, they can't afford dots. They can't afford dots. The skipper is taking matters in his own hands. He's going to bowl as tight as he can. Christopher Barnwell starts with a dot. He's saying he's not going to let it run away. He's going to try to bowl a nice tidy over, push them back.
Again taking on the pad, this time off the pad of Zazai, and so Shubham Pote runs across. Leg by is the call. And so tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, we're back with the Chicago team. And they will take on the DC team. DC Eagles will take on Risbon Chimas, Chicago Catchers, and you can catch all those action at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, bright and early on a Thursday morning.
Oh, lovely shot. That's a good strike from Shubham Pote. Gone away for 4.
Yes, he made room for himself, got it over the infield. And like I said, they're keeping pace. They asked for 13 runs and over, just over 13 runs and over. They are keeping pace.
Yeah, that's a good strike. Look at this one. Making room. Going to the leg side to access the offside. And
Yes.
That's a lovely shot from Shubham Pote.
Making room, 175 from 75 deliveries. So the skipper, Barnwell, guilty of over-pitching. Guess he didn't see the batter making room, backing away, trying to get into the offside. He did that to a plum.
So Barnwell continues. Yeah, foolish ball on the off stump and called a wide. So the extras continue to mount in this game. We talked about 17 in the previous innings. And so far, Yorkers have been guilty of contributing 5 in this inning so far.
Yep.
So ball played, can't score. Barnwell. We talked about Barnwell being a top all-rounder. Ivor Henry.
He has that whipping action, high action. That one was pitched and coming to the batsman. No room. And the batsman himself couldn't give himself any room. It was a good delivery. Keeping it close.
And Barnwell himself have been to the IPL. Well, tugged into the onside, and they're going to amble for 1. Still a good over here from Christopher Barnwell. Only 7 off the over so far. We've seen a couple of extras in there. And brings the attacking Fazal Rahman Zazai back on strike.
Well, he has got to do some real heavy lifting all the way. There's no half measures. 17 from 12. Shubman 6 from 5.
A slower ball hammered into the onside. Gone for a maximum. The third over comes to a close. It's 34 without loss.
So they're keeping up with the required run rate, 13.75. And they're keeping it there with that 6. He's already mounted to 14 before this delivery. And with that shot, it's brought it back down to 13.75. So in the 2020 over format, 13 runs and over is not hard if you can bring it down to the last maybe 2 overs. But it's hard to keep up from the beginning. So I'm going to ask very nicely and politely for these 2 batters with only 2 fielders permitted to be outside of the 30-yard circle to go for much more than 13. Because it's going to be hard going once you have 5 fielders outside of the circle after 4 overs. Remember, the power play is 4 overs. They've got to really go and go hard. This is the last over of the power play, and they're going at the required 13.75. They need to do more than that, or else they're going to be found wanting. The boundary is going to be dried up, unless they're going to go gung-ho, high and hard.
So tomorrow's game, we talked about the Chicago Catchers. They'll take on DC Eagles. And then the 2 o'clock game, we'll see the Yorkers returning back with an engagement with the Dallas Smashers. And assuming that the Yorkers win here tonight, Ivor Henry, then they'll go up to 6 points. And in fact, they'll go up to 4 points. They're on 2 now. And so they'll go up to 4 points. They'll go to sleep tonight, knowing that they're in 3rd position with still a game to play. Catchers also have a game to play. So you get the feeling that the points could still be 1 Lions, Catchers 2, New York 3, and we'll have to wait and see what Dallas and DC does. So between Dallas and DC, one of those could be your number 4 team. Here is Javon Seals. Play and a miss. Ball goes through to Christopher Van Tull, and the action resumes.
They're playing right across that one, and dots are pushing them further and further back. 71 balls left in this and 165 to get. It's 2020 cricket, folks. This is high pressure cricket. Runs on the board is runs on the board.
So Shubham Pote lofted into the onside. Dexter Sween comes around. Man who was given out last night. One of the rare ways you can get out. Obstructing the field. And how many ways you can get out? 12, 13, maybe 11?
He was not a happy camper at all. Neither was his team. But they had to suck it up and take it out. And now they're on the park seeking revenge. And Mark Dial.
Yeah, down the leg side, a dive-in take. That would have gone for 5 wides. Great work from Christopher Van Tull.
Yes, indeed. That was a good take down the leg side.
Yeah, that would have gone for 5 wides.
Yep.
Well taken by Christopher Van Tull. Looking to pull through the onside and through the fielder Fahim Baharami and gone away for 4.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Pulling it and getting it past the short mid-wicket. There it is. Bludgeon that. And I'm saying the one happy camper out there, they're changing the fielder. They thought he could have done one better. Maybe didn't see that. I'm not too sure, but they're changing fielders, not the position.
Actually, now Fahim Baharami comes there, and I think Ansh Kapoor has been switched. And that is like street cricket, Ivor Henry, when you put a guy to field and he misfield already. Big change.
Yep.
Big change. Move.
Sometimes they send you off. Say, we used to call it, you get turn away, turn away. You're done. Bye. You drop a catch. Bye.
Play and a miss, an appeal from Van Tull. No conviction at all. And when a bowler is not supporting what the keeper comes up for, it's not a good sign for the umpire to make any proper call.
That's right. Again, we're going to keep your breast. 68 legal delivery left, so we're going to keep your breast. 40 it is. They're going into the 40s.
Short in the air. Javon Seals calls for it. And he takes a well-judged catch, swirling in the air. And so the first wicket goes down. Zazai gone, 40 for 1.
They're not easy taking them on the lights when they go straight up. But the bowler said mine. He took it. I thought the big glove might have gone for that one. But he's safe hands. He wanted to take his own bowling caught. Wicket number 1 with the score on 40. 40 for 1. Remember, it's a 15-over match. They're trying to get to 199 for the win. And I was saying one unhappy camper out there is Sachin. It's only 15 overs. And he was only hoping that tonight would have been a 2020 match to give him enough time because he got stuck on 79, not out.
So Sohail Khan, it looks like, walks to the middle. And Javon Seals, the scorecard will read, cotton bowl. And always cotton bowl is so hard to visualize what has happened. A lot of time you think cotton bowl is a straightforward catch that batter hits it back to you, but sometimes you've got to wait a long time, as in the case of this dismissal here of Zazai.
Yes. And again, we have seen some beautiful catches in this tournament. And I know Darren Powell's one-hander is going to make the highlights. That's definite.
Yeah, we saw one from Danraj Shetty. It was a magnificent catch too.
In the fine leg area, it was up, jumped his timing to perfection.
So Sohail Khan comes in at number 3. And still asking almost 14 runs and over. Javon Seals down the leg side into the onside. They'll come back for 2. Fielder comes in, tackles the ball. And so 2 more runs here to the high rollers. They're up to 42 for 1.
Yeah, good start. And batters is really trying to make an effort. There's nothing about scoreboard pressure to say it can't be done. when you take it over 36 and over, then they'll say, well, mathematically it's not going to be done when we have to score 40 runs and over. But right now, they're in the realm of things. It can be done. Somebody just have to play a blinder. What if someone comes out and just make a 79 from 20 balls?
Could be Faisal Iqbal. He's been in top form.
Well, he doesn't go aerial. When he tries to go aerial, he gives away his wicket.
Yeah, let's see who's got. We've got Chad Bretsky. He's had some good knocks. Let's see. And well, apart from Chad, we've got Faisal Iqbal. But you're not backing Faisal Iqbal to get 13 runs, 14 runs and over?
No, he has to do some running in there. He's a tired guy. He's been overworked. He's been working day and night, and still playing the cricket.
Yeah, he's also your comms man. He's also your pitch report man. He's also the
coin toss.
The coin toss man.
And he still have to feed himself.
Yeah, he's wearing a lot of caps.
Yep.
Yeah, I barely got one cap today. Yeah, I got a beautiful black cap.
Yeah,
you gotta see it.
Yeah, I need to get me one of those. I like the black. I like the black. I have a white. I need the black. So
yes, I gotta get my production team to show us my black cap, and if they're paying attention, to get a shot in the com box as to what we're doing here. And so 42 for the loss of one.
Sporting your black cap, you're trying to show off. Show it off. That's what Barry Salmon says. Show it off. Nice.
So Fahim Baharami outside the off stump and plundered away from Shubham Pote, gone for 4.
Yeah, another good shot. Getting close to that 50 mark. Got you? No, it was zooming in there. I thought it was.
So 46 as Fahim Baharami will continue. Will come into bowl to Shubham Pote. And they're approaching a 50 here, just under 5 overs. Ivor Henry?
Yes, like I say, going to take some doing to get anywhere close to this thing. There it is. They're going to need some more of those. Down the leg side, eluding the wicket keeper. Another 5 wides.
Yeah, ball passing Christopher Van Tull.
That's one.
I gotta say that Christopher Van Tull, he's a top-class keeper. The 50 comes up, by the way, but he's been a little bit off in the stadium. I gotta tell you that. It's not the usual Christopher Van Tull. He's very, very good. But I've noticed last night he hasn't had very good luck in the stadium. I'm not too sure if he's not picking up the ball, but not unlike Christopher Van Tull. I'll vouch for that. He's better than that. 52 on the board. In fact, 51.
Bowled him. Centre stump knocked back. So he gave him away 5 wides and got the way to right on this occasion. And pecked back that centre stump. Wicket number 2 goes. 51 it is for 2. Let's have a look. And in ducker, he came back in, and you can see that serious look. He's kicking the turf. Like, why did I give away 5 wides? He's a mean old fast bowler. That's the look of a fast bowler. The scouts are out. They know you're angry because you bowl a wayward delivery down the leg side, but you came back good. You corrected your mistake. That's what it's called for. Correct your mistakes. So 51 for 2. So the players huddle, trying to say how quick we can get off the park and how quick we can finish this match. We're going up 8:45 in our neck of the woods. Down in the Eastern Caribbean, it's going up on 10 o'clock. Well, Carnival is in St. Kitts and Nevis, Montreat having festival as well. Dominica, I think around Christmas time, they too have their festival. But right here, we're having cricket, top class cricket here in the beautiful city of Lauderhill. This is an annual thing. It's ongoing now for 17 years in a row. Even during the COVID time, there was cricket.
Keep going.
Outside the off stump. Can't prevent the single as was played to the left of thing and overthrows. Naughty, naughty. He was throwing baseball style from the ground, but the radar was off. The bowler himself tried to prevent the overthrows, but his effort was in vain. It all adds up, it all counts. So wicket in this over, looking for wicket number 2 in this over, trying to knock them over. So we're seeing the first 2 wickets of this match. It's a loud appeal. The umpire is unmoved. Umpire Delroy Festus Lynn. He says no. And end of story.
So Chad Bresky comes in here. We saw yesterday got a big knock. Got a 45, and in that game we saw a direct throw from him. He's a very good fielder. And he comes in here, and we made the point that the Vegas High Rollers, this is their final game, so they'll bring the curtains down on the league stage and wait and hope. Slashed into the offside, and it will run away. So 4 runs off the bat of Chad Bresky.
Call that an angry delivery from that fast bowler. Don't know what's going on in his mind, but he's not pleased about something. And I think maybe the last appeal, he thought he had his man, and he taking it out on the pitch, pounding this one into the pitch, and he slashed it over the third man, 1 bounce 4.
Yeah, good looking shot. Looking to go big and hard when you're chasing 14 runs and over. And while into the night we've seen a slight shower. So one will expect that the dampness on the ground is gonna slow the ball a tad. But other than that, went pretty quickly. Imran Khan comes into the attack. Right arm leggy, googly bowler.
Yeah, so we're going to see spin for the first time. So that means we're going to speed things up. Lenny, are you going to get me out of here before 10 o'clock?
Well, we got to make up from yesterday. Well, we've got a reduction by 10 overs across the 2 teams. So that has to count for something.
Okay.
And I don't see this game going close as last night. So I've given you 2 factors there that we should be out of here earlier than last night.
Okay, just saying that because I've been going, it's Friday.
So Imran Khan, ball cut into the offside. Sohail Khan. And now he hands the strike over to Chad. Yeah, Imran Khan, good delivery again. And we'll have to wait and see. Could be by. In fact, Chad may have gotten some bit of edge. No signal from umpire Morshid Kalam. One of 3 or 4 umpires we've seen on the circuit this year. Ivor Henry, we've seen Charlie Javid, we've seen other umpire there, a square leg, and of course Morshid.
Delroy, Festus Lynn, Morshid, and Angkor.
Haven't seen Angkor for today.
No.
Maybe he has the day off. He's coming for the playoff and the last round matches.
Don't have a schedule for the umpires, but I would imagine that he'll be in for the rest of the matches because Delroy Festus Lynn says today would be his last day. He's not on the schedule for the remainder of the tournament. So that's Delroy Festus Lynn. Perhaps you've never met him. Delroy Festus Lynn, yeah, that's him, one of the senior umpires in these parts. In my playing days, when I came to Florida first, he was playing a month ago, but shortly after that, he turned to umpire. So he's been umpiring maybe near 35 years or so. Yeah, he's been around on the park a long time. Bold him, Imran Khan. Lights. Those stumps light up like a Christmas tree.
So the 6th over comes to a close, 61 for 3.
So now we play.
60. Okay.
Oh.
You lead now.
All right, so it's 60 for 3. We go into the night and we're going up in our neck of the woods up to 9 o'clock in the PM. So yes, indeed, you are viewing live cricket alongside England and Australia, West Indies and New Zealand. As a matter of fact, it's a rain delay over in New Zealand. It was, but they're back live on with New Zealand batting. They are at 149 without loss. And in Australia, at lunch, England are 59 for the loss of 3 wickets. Australia batted, they make 379 all out. So play continues from the far end. All spin attack now. Down the leg side. This one is in the air. He's going to drop in no man's land as the wide long on comes around and aided there by the mid wicket to get that throw back in. In the meantime, the scampers 2 for 2 runs. .62 it is, comes up on the scoreboard now. So for you viewers out there, we want to keep you abreast of things. We have a little glitch here. This one is up in the air and beyond the fielder stationed at the wide long on, and yet another US Open maximum.
Yeah, we've seen a bit of Sohail Khan earlier on in the day, and we know he can bat. They need 15 runs and over. And that is because we saw a massive display of good batting from Mark Dial and Sachin Singh. Look at that. On the crease, just making room and hammer this ball long into the stands around that area. And it's gone for another maximum. Good shot from Sohail Khan.
Yes, indeed, that's a good hit. And they're going to need a lot more from where that come from. So 68 it is for the loss of some 3 wickets. Takes his tally on to 12. 12 from 6, so he's got to keep on going. Clearance. Oh, outside the off stump. It's going to be touch and go. It's a legal delivery. Passed him on the full, and he was expecting something else. Perhaps a prize. An all-spin attack here now. Stevens thing, and this one is up in the air. There's a fielder getting under it and takes the catch. There we go, wicket number 4. He's a happy man. Stephen is a happy camper. All smiles.
So Stephen Sankar, second leg spinner, along with Imran Khan, has come in first over. And look at that, trying to break free with 15 runs the ask. An easy catch for the captain, Christopher Barnwell. Is 68 for 4.
Well, he has to take that long walk back. And his stint is done here in the US Open. He's done and dusted. He's kicking the turf, mad at himself. He's got to walk. I think I can call it early. I think he's done when it comes to getting into the playoff. I think we can call it. Or is it too early to call? Are we going to do politics? Too early to call?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. With a loss here, that will mean that they'll remain on 2. And they've got their competitors tomorrow with still games to play. Catchers are playing tomorrow. Eagles are playing tomorrow. Yorkers are playing tomorrow. and Smashers are playing tomorrow. So those 4 teams alone, if 2 are able to get points, it's bye-bye High Rollers. And we still have to wait and see whether Smashers or DC makes the cut.
No, net run rate, we can call it. The net run rate is below par. A dot into the scorer's book as a southpaw has arrived. That's Cyrus Fuller. Seen him around the park a few times. So he starts off with a dot. Both right arm spin, and this time he's playing one and not making connection with the bat. As that over comes to an end, the end of a successful over, it is 68 for the loss of 4 wickets, which indeed is the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium. So a change of bat, maybe that would bring some fortune. A heavier bat, a broader bat. The umpire is going to check it with his gauge. Maybe, maybe not. Why would a manufacturer make an illegal bat? I mean, a guy goes, spends his money, buy a bat, only to put it in the gauge, and next thing you hear, no, that bat is no good. Take it to the practice pitches. This time a loud appeal, and they're running a single. I think in all the excitement, that's all it will be. A run. So at the top of the inning again, we have 2 batters and 0, like we're starting the inning. We've seen this so many times. Fresh batters. So we need a set batter in here. When you're chasing, this time gets off the mark with 1. No. A 1. It's a 1. 1. So it's a 1. There's no signal from the umpire. So the batter, there's another 1 here. So the umpire reckoned that at first delivery, put leg by, it's a 1. So the first delivery should have been a 1. Lights, camera, action. And you can't keep Imran Khan away from knocking those stumps over. Those stumps are lighting up like a Christmas tree. So wicket number 5 goes. With a total on 69. Or 69, I beg your pardon. There's no 69. 69. Or 68 plus 1. Now it's 70. So it's 70 for 5. Lenny, what do you reckon? Half of the team is down.
Yeah, they might have been batted out of the game with a sparkling century from RDL, and also a big knock from Sachin Singh. And so, and what we're beginning to see a constant procession from the dugout, and that's the Vegas High Rollers dugout. And we've seen constant procession as another batter comes to the middle. And Shubham Kolase comes to the middle, 70 for 5.
Yep, well, dropping like flies. We haven't seen the grand entrance of Faisal Iqbal. We're going to see if we're going to see any white around him when he makes his grand entrance. Any white? Think he's going to throw in the towel, call it, seeing the fat lady singing someplace on the back foot. Point was not in a hurry to avert a run out there, but a single to the batter. So Imran Khan had a loud appeal from the first delivery, but he says, I need no assistance from the umpire with the third delivery. He knocked him over. So he's 2-2. He's got his 2 wickets all by himself, hitting timber. So 71 it is for 5. Right arm over his leggies and googlies and the flippers. You know that he had his art of bowling, pulling those from the backhand. But the flippers, Charlie, umpire Charlie, he used to bowl his leg spinner, still does. I think he still plays in the local leagues. This time he's going big, loud appeal and given. A quicker delivery. Batsman had no idea. So wicket number 7 goes. They're wondering if they're going to make the 100. That's the asking question. So 6th wicket goes. And I'm wondering if the skipper is going to just go ahead and sub and allow the... Do you think he would allow the super sub to take a knock? Because with 6 wickets down and the number 8 batter is making his way to the middle, I don't think we're going to see the skipper tonight. Because beneath us, we see a batter padded up. You know them very well.
Yeah, no sign of Faisal Iqbal.
And the number 8 has made his way to the middle. So probably Faisal is going to allow the young guys to have a knock on a turf wicket. Because a lot of pitches in these United States are artificial turf. So at least maybe I think that's what's going on in the set to say, come and have a knock on an international stadium, an ICC approved venue. So I think he's called it quits. Tired man. He won a match this morning. So probably says this time he's slashing outside the off stump. There's runs here for him. He's going to get 4.
Yeah, loose delivery here from Steven Sankar. And we talked about couple of leg spinner, wrist spinners. And you were just making the point that this is probably one of the toughest art to really master. And that is why when you understand the work of Shane Warne, then you'll probably understand how good he was.
Yes, David Holford back in the day for the West Indies, bowling his right arm wrist spin, the Inchinali and those guys bowling from the back of the arm there. It was not easy, but they perfected the art. This time he's going in the air. He's going to get more runs here. He's going to go down to the 3rd man for a relaxing 2 runs.
Yes, Sharifullah Ahmad Zai will take the opportunity to get some runs. A game that perhaps could be out of reach, and that is because they need 19 runs and over. They need 120 from remaining 39 deliveries.
High pressure game. They were batted out of this game. I think I can say that with 100% certainty. Off the bat of Mark Dial and Sachin. They really batted beautifully. 1 more to the total. We almost saw 2 centuries in the same inning, but not enough overs. It was a 15-over game, and Sachin got to 79 not out, while Mark Dale wheeled the willow and made sure he got to his 100, ended with 101, and joined the 100 club, Century Club, all 4 of them.
Yeah, you're talking about Suleiman Arabzai.
1.
His bowler Durrani
2.
on 109, 121 for Arabzai. And
Mark Dial in 3rd position, 3.
And of course, Rizwan Chima.
4 Centurions in this year's tournament. Good pitch. Again, head curator Milton Taylor and the boys, we want to give you all the kudos in the world.
So 9 overs gone, 81 for 6. And still needing 19 and a half runs and over.
If you want luxury but desire smart investments, then let MAQ Group guide your property journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in property, MAQ Group has you covered. Worldwide, we offer a range of services tailored just for you. Looking for your next home, business, or want to investment? Our residential and commercial investment, we ensure you find the perfect profitable business or property. Our off-plan properties and expert market analysis promise lucrative opportunities. And for property owners,
Well, we're seeing lights and we're seeing the batter walking out. So can we have a replay of that? It was a stumping or bowled? Bowled. So Imran is going from hand to stump. It's a bowled him. And that's wicket number 7. 81 for 7. We'll have a look. Bowled him. Playing all across that one. Are they in danger of being bowled out for the second time in this tournament? They were rolled over by the defending champions, Chicago, and now they're on the verge of getting bowled out here in a 15-over match. So Imran too much. I think they're taking it out. Last night lost on the poor Vegas high rollers.
Yeah, we've seen Imran Khan 4 for 7 so far.
We haven't seen a fifer. He's working hard for the 5th wicket. This is his 3rd over. We still have a few more deliveries left in this over. Can we see a fifer? We've seen a couple of 4-4. One man getting 2, as a matter of fact. Not on that delivery, and he's not gonna. Oh, trying for the run out and hitting the backside of the batter. Would that be an obstruction? Are they gonna set it upstairs for obstruction and seek some revenge from last night? Said we got one of those last night.
Yeah, Imran Khan has been so good, a man who's played at the regional level and certainly national cricket.
Bang! Right in the
Caribbean.
Yes, another dot. So Imran searching for wicket number 5. We have not seen a fifer, but four fuzz are being honored. He got a wicket with his first delivery, and now he's struggling to get it past the bat. Can I say that? He bowled 3 dots, and I'm being hard on him. Am I being too hard, Lenny? He's searching too hard. He's trying to get wicket number 5. Well, Christopher Boundwood is trying to help him. He's going to put in the slip now. He's going to say, listen, I need for my bowler to be on top of the chart. Now he's bringing in the mid-wicket and he's putting him in the eye line of the batter. Short mid-wicket and the slip. Flights this one and he's driving, getting and inside the edge, and he goes down to deep backward square leg for the single. So he's just given up one in this over. He's very miserly. I wouldn't want him to be my Santa Claus. He gives nothing away. They have the high rollers in a vice. They're in a vice grip. More men closing in. The short extra cover. Looking for number 5. He's appealing and given. There's the first fiver. The first 5-4 in the 17th edition. And it goes to Imran Khan and the New Yorkers.
Yeah, big bowling performance from Imran Khan. Always going to be problems here at a time in which they need 22 runs and over. And they're not even trying to play aggressive shots. They're just trying to survive. Take a look at this one. Rushed onto him. And that might have been the googly. And so 8 wickets down. 5 of them.
What a match. 100 in the batting, in their batting performance. And a 5-4 in their bowling performance. All around game. You can't ask for better. In one match. So 8 down for 82. So sporting the number 3 on the back is walking out, and we're having another look. Here he goes. That's it on the back foot, knocking center stump clean out of the ground. I'm impressed with Moshed. I'm impressed with the umpires. It's hard work. But that was a good decision. Even a blind bat would have given that out, LBW. Can't block those sticks. So another dot, and they're keeping them in a vice grip. They're trying to get to 199, and it's a long way for Natty to be from home. There's no way that they're going to get anywhere close to 199. All of 8 wickets are down. It's 82. We're into the 11th over, and there's runs here for him. He's going to go for 4. So he's enjoying his inning.
Yeah, so the 10th over comes to a close, 87 for 8. In fact, the 11th over has just begun. And Steven Sankar, a loft delivery gone for 4.
That's the thing about it. Bang into the offside again. He's more runs here for him. That's a good-looking shot. Beating the extra cover up in the boundary, so he's having a good time while he's there. 2 boundaries and his top bat with his batting partner, as if to say, why I didn't bat earlier. What's up with you, skipper? I can take on these spinners. There's a good shot in the offside, a proper cricketing shot, Lenny.
Yes, runs to be had towards the end. And you talked about some of the big highlights in this game. Of course, a century from Margial and also 5 wickets from Imran Khan. And we'll probably try to see if we can string along those wickets to show you what Imran Khan has really done.
So there's a single into the onside. And now I think he hit back-to-back boundaries. Very disappointed getting a single. He wanted a hat-trick of 4s. It's going again, but this brings the new batter on strike. That's sure. $91 for 8. The wages are going around the ground. Would they make 100? He's going after him. He eludes the keeper, and they're not running. They was unsighted. Perhaps the non-striker. Back was turned. He thought the ball was stopped by the keeper. Like I say, he's not having the best of time, the keeper. But he's much better than what he's showing on the park. He's saving the best for last, taking it into the semis. And a swing, that ball cannons into the pad, no peel. At least behind the sticks, he's coming out quickly, agile, and end of over. One of the better overs for the high rollers. Some 9 runs coming from it, scoring from 3 of the deliveries and dots for the other 3. As we roll into over number 12, Lenny.
Yeah, we've seen a strong performance from the Yorkers, and they needed a big win if they were going to be one of the top teams going into the playoff. We saw last night a game that went all the way down to the wire, but at the end of the game, if you're not taking home points, then you've got to come back and you've got to play hard. They've certainly done that. And number 242, he's one of the newcomer in the side, Ansh Kapoor.
So Imran done and dusted. Oh, he's swinging this one baseball style, and he crashed into his foot. He's hurt himself. But he's a big lad. He's a tough guy. He's going to walk it off. He wants to be in the park. He wants to be on MAQ TV. And he wants his folks back home to look at him. That is Dan Raj. Oh, this one turned a leggy. Another leggy. This one touchdown off stump and turned away, beating the off stump. He was hoiking it over the long on position, but he missed. And again, knocked down, not taken cleanly there by wicket keeper.
So Ansh Kapoor, one of the young talent in the side. Kept low, and that's another wicket falls. 91 for 9. 91 for 9. And so another wicket falls here at Central Broward Stadium.
Yes, in a 15th over match, and you seem as if you are going to be knocked over in 15 overs.
So while there's a break in the action, we'll have a look at Ansh Kapoor, but we'll go to our director Babar, and he's gonna show us the 5 wickets here from Imran Khan, who's really bowled well. 5 for 13, and so in addition to Mark Dial's 100, we've seen a big display from the right arm leggy Imran Khan. So new batter comes to the middle in the meantime, and it looks like number 226, Bobby Patel. And so no sign of Faisal Iqbal, but Bobby Patel comes to the middle. Kapoor is the bowler. And the ball flighted well, flicked away, and they go through for 1. So we'll have a look when we get a chance. 5 wickets for Imran Khan.
Yes, he had a chance there for a run out, but he said he wants the wicket to go to the bowler. That's exactly there, because same as if he had a run out there, it was in his sights and he held it. I agree with him. Well, they're not in any danger of losing this. So let the youngster show his ways here. Oh, he's flighting them well. It's good to see these youngsters on the park playing on a turf pitch. The scouts are out, you never know. They're looking. Franchise cricket is all around. Pakistan is there. Hong Kong League is there. You can go to the Big Bash. You can go to the IPL. Pulling this one into the onside. There's one here for him. There's 1, and they're going to turn for 2. No rush in getting the ball in. They want the bowlers to get wickets. So end of a successful over. We're waiting. We're going to show you the highlights of Imran Khan's wickets. Wicket number 1. Bowled him neck and crop. You do it. You do it.
Yeah, another big performance from Imran Khan. But look at that. Batsman advancing with not reading. And that is Chad Bresky. Here is wicket number 3. Not a bulldog. He was hitting the sticks for fun. And so that's wicket number 3 from Imran Khan. Wicket number 4. Look at that leg before, judged by umpire Morshed. And the final one more to come. Another wicket here from Imran Khan. 5 for 14.
Yes, first 5-4 in this 17th year of this U.S. tournament. We want to thank the producer.
One more, that's 5. And so, yeah, good work. And we're able to string along 5 wickets from Imran Khan. Well done.
Good work by the producers there. Had them all lined up. Highlights. Those are going to be making the highlights in this 17th edition. So when you're on the big stage, man, you have to showcase your ways. And Imran has done that out of Trinidad and Tobago. Another Trinidadian, Mark Dial, showcased with the willow.
Yeah, Liam Mamchan has been given the ball.
Yes, again, late in the inning, like last night. So that's Vinod Manchad's son. Like I said, this park is not new to him. He bought a team from Trinidad, a youth team. He was the captain, and he was quite fiery. He has put on some weight and some more height from when I seen him. So now it's time for him to have a go. He got into wicket columns, by the way, yes, last night. He's bowling those away swingers, ball holding his line outside the off stump. But like I said, he hit timber last night. So on the big stage, he's in the wicket column. They're looking for youths, so he's got to showcase his ways here. You never know. In a year or 2, wants to be a professional cricketer. This is a launching pad. Ali Khan always comes to mind. Stephen Taylor comes to mind every time. On the back foot, can't score. So 3 dots in a row.
Yeah, Liam has not only come to the U.S. Open, Ivor Henry's. I've seen him all across the country. I've seen him in Texas with the Open there, and seen him also in Atlanta for the Atlanta Open, the Houston Open in Texas. So he's gone around the United States, and he's played a lot of cricket here. And he also shares some time with his dad in the com box. A good lad all around.
And he decides to go around the wicket. That's exactly where he got his wicket last night, when he went around the sticks. So decided, well, halfway in the over, I'm going to go around the sticks like last night. So let's see if he's going to repeat what he would have done last night. He started over the wicket and then went around the sticks and hit timber. Let's see, it might be a pattern he has, so we have to bookmark these things. You know, the scouts are out. Or you start over the wicket, and halfway through you go around the wicket to hit timber. Something is developing up. Up in the slot, he's driving. Coverage for him in the deep. Wide, long off. Still has one delivery. He's trying for the timber, trying to end the proceedings here. Trying to get into the wicket columns. And if you're just joining us, you've missed a fifer. If you're just joining us earlier, we would have seen a splendid 100 from Mark Dial. Can't emphasize it any more than I'm doing it right now. A splendid 100. Oh, a slow delivery. Good thinking, young man. Good thinking. End of the over. Not quite successful. Only 2 runs coming from it. So he had 3 and 3. 3 over the wicket. 3 round the wicket. 96 for 9. Look at that. When last have you seen that? 9, the upside down 6 and the 9. Ooh, he played the lotto. So the night is coming to a close. Curtains are getting ready to come down. And for those listening on the Caribbean Global Radio, Caribbean Global Voices, we want to say thank you for listening and taking it in. So Mr. David was trying to call in there, but I couldn't answer. David, I'm so sorry. So the youngster again, Anks is going to be continuing with a wicket under his belt, bowling his leggies and playing it back over the head of the bowler. Could it have been a bowled and caught chance? So the youngsters are showcasing their ways here at this time. I want to say good evening to David, just coming on to take a listen on the Caribbean Global Voices, following on the radio station. So David Maitland, an umpire in his own right, taking it in via the radio alongside Lynette Cardinal, and they're all listening up to the commentary here coming to you live from the Broward County Stadium. Well, this match is in its dying moments. It's a 15 over because there was rain. This time he's going hard at this one. It was up in the air, but backward point could not get around to pull in that catch. Already Anks has gotten one for 5. He's been really miserly, not been giving much. In the meantime, the score rolls up to 98 for 9. Trying to get to 199. Imagine that. Sammy's on the back foot, punching back to the bowler, knocks it down, can't score. So this is over number 14, the penultimate over. It's a 15 over match. So I guess we'll see Liam Manchard to finish if he doesn't get this wicket in this over. He's on the back foot, punching into the onside. Wide long on comes in. Runs to his right and can't prevent the single. So the final over is just about to be bowled to wrap things up. They're exactly 100 runs away. Can they get 100 runs from 6 deliveries, legal deliveries? That's the question. Don't think it's a hard one to answer. The answer is emphatically no. Mathematically, it cannot happen. So are we going to see Liam Manchard again from the far end? trying to work this batter over. Bobby? No, well, Bobby is off strike now, so it's going to be Sua. Yes, he's going to try to work him over. Now we're going to start again from over the wicket. It seems it's a pattern. So he's come back over the wicket, perhaps again for his first 3 deliveries. And if he's not successful, probably he'll go around for this last 3 deliveries. So he comes in now, bowls, and this time he's driving. That's a good-looking shot, but well fielded. Short extra cover. Hope he's not hurt because it got to him with pace. He's wringing his hand. If it was only to be seen on the camera, it was a hot potato. He's still rubbing his hands. It's a hot potato. He was well struck, but put his hand there. Took one for the team. That was a big man hit. Well, he's pulling this one into the onside along the ground. The mid-wicket gets in the way.
So the action will continue tomorrow. 10 a.m. Chicago takes on DC. And in the 2 o'clock slot, New York will play again. They'll play Dallas. So more cricket for you before we head into the playoff.
Yes. Swing and a miss and taken there by the keeper, low down. So let's see if the pattern continues. 3 balls. Let's see if he'll continue over the wicket. It seems as if he will continue. He hasn't said anything to umpire Delroy Festus Lynn, standing in at the far end. Keeping company is Moshed at the striker's end umpire. His foot delivery, looking for success. And trying for the Yorker there. Gets a dot. Well, I think he's going to continue over the wicket. So don't know what he saw when he went around the wicket. When he went around the wicket in the first over, because now he's bowling his 5th delivery. Final of the over. Keeping it tight. And they're going to be running here. Do you want to run out? Well, we got to see they're sending this one upstairs. More work for the 3rd umpire. So it's going to be a replay. So not out is the call, so it goes around the wicket now. So it's a pattern. Searching for his first wicket. Outside the off stump, it's a loud appeal and game, set, match. So they were not bowled out. 101 Dalmatian on the board. So they won by 97 runs. So that's what we have for you from the Broward County Stadium. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're going to bid you farewell. Good night. Bye-bye.